All right, y'all, it's time to get into this install for the outdoor camera that's going to catch our backyard. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're trying to put it in a spot that's going to capture that gate right there, as well as everything across the bottom. And then eventually we're going to have stairs that come off the deck pretty much along the side here, right in the middle. So we want to be able to capture all that from somebody coming into the gate that direction, or we can have another gate in the back of the yard where they're going to be able to, we're going to have them locked obviously, but if anybody were to come across the backyard, they would have to come to the stairs or this back door and go up into the house. So we're going to do what we can to keep eyes on both of those. It's a little bit different install because this one's not like the driveway where you had access into the house. You do have to plug these cameras in. In other words, you have to have an outlet somewhere where they're going to be able to function properly. This one we're going to have to do a hard install where we're drilling into the side of the house and this siding. We're going to put it right about there and run the wires inside. So stick with me. I'm going to get the camera adjusted and make sure that we're able to get a pretty good view on this. Here we go. All right. All right, so you've seen the layout of our yard. We're going to throw it up there where it's going to be easy enough for us to see everything. Like I said, the big thing is we're going to have to drill into the siding over here, so that's going to end up causing us a little bit of friction, not too much. Similar to the driveway cam, as you saw when we did that install. It's a very simple install to actually get the camera on the wall, but it's more about how to best position it at this point. So if I fall up this ladder, y'all please laugh, leave comments. I won't blame you. So if you notice, the sun is going to hit this side of the house as it gets a little bit darker. When dusk hits, it's going to hit directly on this. I'm not going to go too far up. I'm going to do right here on the second piece of siding. That way it's still low enough where we can get a good vantage point. The sun is going to play a factor in it towards the afternoon hours, but I think we'll be able to make a pretty good case for it to be here with the evening hours and most of the daytime. You know, most burglaries are actually going to occur during the day when you're at work. So the sun's rising from that side and it's crossing us going that direction. So for most of the day and obviously the evening, we'll be able to keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the backyard. So I'm going to get this quick and easy. Hopefully the screws don't break. I've been nice to Heather lately, hoping that we have a little bit better use of the screws. I'm not left-handed, so pardon me. I'm going to switch over, do this with my right hand. All right. With this siding, it is a little bit different of an install because of, like I said, now you're actually affecting the outside of the home. All right, too easy. Got the bracket on there. Now you obviously take the small piece that is magnetized, get it locked in. The screws didn't break this time, so that is a huge benefit to us. I'm going to hop down and grab the camera. So the camera and the cable are actually pretty They get a pretty good length on them. I believe it's like 40 feet of cord that you can deal with. So you have one part that's mountable, it's kind of the hub, if you will, that the cable attaches to and detaches from. So for right now, that's also the part that plugs in, if you can see that. Right now, we're going to get rid of that piece. We don't really need it. We're really focused on the camera and having it installed properly. So we have the cam here, again, magnetized, quick and easy. So we'll be able to adjust, really rotate the way we want it. We really just have to figure out where we want the cord to go in. Now, with it being in our basement, we're gonna have a plug put in on this wall over here where we'll be able to plug it in quick and easy. But we want it to still look decent. So it does come with several clips you can put across. That way you're not having just loose wire hanging around. So obviously the big point is you have to get a drill bit that is going to get through this siding. I have a pretty good selection that we can figure out which one will work. Looks like a 3/4 might be a little bit too short. The pups are still out here with me, so excuse them. I'm gonna go with an inch. That'll give us a little bit of play room, and then I'll be able to show you how we're gonna fill it up. I'm just gonna use some expandable foam to fill up the hole so it still maintains its weather resistance. And not lose that. Alright, so we're just gonna get it as close to as we can along the siding. So I'm going to drop the cable down. I'm going to have it actually mounted just under this piece of siding and have it come across here. So we really need this hole to be in the one piece of siding lower and pretty close to the top. So we're going to just throw it in right there. Try to make sure we're in a good spot. It looks good to me, so we're going to go with it. Into the basement. Too easy. So I'm obviously a little bit covered. So I'm going to come back, I'll tighten it all up, I'll make the adjustments for the wires. It does come with a couple brackets that are pretty easy. You can also buy some from the store, but essentially you just feed it in. And I'm just going to make the wire look nice and pretty going across there. Now, weatherproofing is a big factor for this type of install. For this one, I'm just going to use, it's called Great Stuff. It's an expandable foam. Once I get the cable in to where I want it, I'll be able to put this foam, it literally you spray it and it expands all the way up. So I'm going to be able to put that into the hole. It'll expand into the hole, be nice and firm. But the best part of it is that you're actually going to be able to get rid of it. In other words, you're going to be able to cut it out if you want to. That's going to be key if we ever move again and want to take the cameras with us. So you don't want to essentially cement it in where you're not going to be able to get them back out. So now that the hole's there, it's mounted. Essentially, you follow the same steps that you would any other time with the other camera. You can go back, look at that video. You follow the Nest app, and it installs it perfectly for you. I just wanted to show that actual hard install, and then show you why we're putting it in certain spots and how we can cover it best. So we have a couple more lights that are going to go in down here. So any, again, motion activated lights that will catch anybody moving around. We'll see what that video looks like, and you'll have to join us for it. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for joining.